I think university is a time where you find yourself. This is a time where I've truly learnt my potential and what I'm capable of.
We had 24 students from the University of Newcastle come along to Borneo. We spent 3 days in the Borneo jungle and we looked at orangutans in their habitat. It was amazing.
The skills that I've gained over those years and even watched and reflected on how much I've learnt, it amazes me.
I'm the first one in my family to graduate. My dad always said to me, he said, only brain can make a man. That means only knowledge can make a man. And I always had, the voice of my dad in the back of my head, saying that I could do it. Graduation was a major achievement in my life.
I started the university as an able-bodied kid, and then I had an accident after my second year. So that dream as a young kid from a disadvantaged background of throwing that cap and gown into it almost puts a tear in my eye of having that sense of achievement.
I was doing some volunteer work. One of the volunteer boss said to me that if you really like helping people, why don't you become a nurse? I want graduates to be bold, be courageous, and be your best.
I think it is very important to focus on your purpose because there will be a lot of issues, a lot of challenges facing ahead, and being able to overcome each time, I think it's what's important.
It's a wonderful feeling to be an alumni. You have this connection with other alumni, other students who have graduated.
Not just national, but also it's global scale.
Having a community behind you is probably the greatest thing you can have, apart from your family and friends, because really it's just a bigger version of them.
A family that is now around the world.
We've all come together as one, and we're all going to be lifelong friends.
But just enjoy the moment.
Words can't describe it.
It lasts a few seconds, but you really will remember it forever.
The world is your oyster. You really don't know what it's going to be tomorrow. You don't know what it's going to be the next day, but take every single opportunity that comes your way.
Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations, graduates.
Welcome to our global alumni community.
Welcome, graduates and guests, to this special occasion. To comply with safety regulations, I'd like to point out the emergency exits in the Great Hall, just here at the back. Please note your nearest green emergency exit sign to locate to your nearest exit when needed. For those with small children, there is a soundproof crying room located at the rear of the Great Hall. The usher will be happy to assist you with any needs if you need to access the crying room. A professional photographer will photograph each graduate as they cross the stage, and a copy of this photograph will be available to all graduates to access and to be shared by the Facebook page. There's a portrait photography is also available to graduates at the reception in the Brendan Room after the ceremony. As a courtesy to everyone in the room, we may ask you now please turn your mobile phones to silent. At the conclusion of today's ceremony, we will instruct each graduate and your guests when it is time to leave your seats. Graduates, in November, you will be sent an invitation to complete the Graduate Outcomes Survey. This gathers feedback on your higher education experiences to improve the experience of future students. We strive to provide the best university experience possible for our students, but this cannot be achieved without your valuable feedback. We would appreciate you watching for this email into your which will come into your university account so you can assist us with this process. Some of the terminology used today in the ceremony may be unfamiliar to you. To assist you in your preparation of the ceremony, we have provided a history of graduation and an explanation of the terms in the graduate booklet. The academic procession will enter the Great Hall in a few moments. When the procession enters, could you please rise and remain standing for the singing of the Australian National Anthem. At the conclusion of the ceremony, please rise when the Dice Party rises and remain standing until the Dice Party and the graduates have left the hall. We hope you enjoy this very special occasion. Thank you.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this very special graduation ceremony. On behalf of the University of Newcastle, I respectfully acknowledge the traditional custodians, the Pambalong clan of the Awabakal people, on whose traditional land this campus is located, and I pay my respects to elders past, present and future. I'm honoured to be here today to celebrate this major milestone in your academic journey. Each of our university's graduates is unique, and each year, through these ceremonies, we celebrate their success. This year's graduates are indeed an inspiration. Before me sits a group of people whose determination and resilience is remarkable by any measure. We all know that the past years have been unprecedented. The pandemic, along with floods and fires, have had a profound impact on every person in this room. This ceremony acknowledges your drive and determination to succeed. Graduates, today you take with you a degree from one of the finest institutions in the world. Newcastle is acknowledged for delivering excellence in education to some 39,000 students. Our degree programs are designed to prepare you for life and work after you graduate, and connect you with your industries and communities. Similarly, our research is focused on delivering impact and innovation, with a steady focus on working with partners to support the development of our region. The university's focus on education and research sits hand in glove with a long-held commitment to equity. We offer the opportunity of education to students from all walks of life who have talent and determination. 1/4 of our students are from a low socio-economic background, and we have the largest number of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students of any Australian university. We are proud of every student, and we are committed to providing the best learning environment and opportunities to help them realise their potential. Today's celebration of the completion of your studies marks another important milestone, your entry into the University of Newcastle Global Alumni Community, and you are in very good hands. One example is Catherine Oliver, who studied a Bachelor of Commerce at the university. Catherine is now the Chief Operating Officer and co-founder of Lookbook, which she created after she recognised that despite more than half of Australian women wearing a size 14 or above, finding fashion-forward pieces in larger sizes was a difficult task. Lookbook created a safe space for customers to come and not feel like they have to change a thing about themselves. In less than 3 months since they launched, Lookbook has experienced meteoric growth, with designers lining up to join the platform and monthly sales growing exponentially. Catherine says she was able to leverage what she learnt in her degree, including subjects in marketing, management, economics, finances, and strategies for growth to create a foundation for her to build on. You are now united with Catherine and people sitting around you as an alumnus of the university. Our network of passionate and talented alumni stretches across the world, comprising 161,000 members in 152 countries. You now have access to this global alumni community, along with opportunities for ongoing learning, professional development, and personal enrichment. We look forward to watching you flourish in your career. Look ahead with confidence, knowing you will always be part of the University of Newcastle. Today is the culmination of many years of hard work, and this ceremony is a symbol of all you have experienced and achieved during your time here at the university. This includes an acknowledgement of the support of your family and friends who have been with you every step of the way on your journey to today. To family and friends, we know you are here to acknowledge the hard work of a special person. We would be pleased, as would they, if you let them know you're here with a cheer as they receive their degree. I now call upon the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Alex Zielinski, to present a candidate for an honorary degree.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. It's my great pleasure to present to you Mr. Nick Mitsevich for admission to the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts Honoris Causa. Mr. Nick Mitsevich is the 6th Director of the National Gallery of Australia and a trailblazing artist, educator and art director who has made significant contribution to Australia's cultural life. Throughout a distinguished career in the arts, spanning more than 30 years, Nick has carved out a national and international reputation for challenging the traditional scopes of art, embracing innovation and breaking the barriers for underrepresented artists. One of Australia's most accomplished art gallery directors, Nick has maintained a lifelong connection to Newcastle and the Hunter. Newcastle born and educated, Nick completed a Bachelor of Arts at the University of Newcastle, starting his career as an exhibiting artist and gallery manager in local galleries. Nick then returned to our university to take further studies in art history and education. Following a passion for education, Nick lectured in the University School of Fine Art in Australian art history, museumology and professional arts practice before taking on the role of director of the Newcastle Regional Art Gallery. During this time as director, Nick revolutionised the gallery, enhancing the gallery's national profile through community engagement and a bold approach to programming. The dynamism was also a feature of Nick's other high-profile directorships, including successful tenures leading the Art Gallery of South Australia and the University of Queensland Art Museum. As the director of our National Gallery of Australia, our most prestigious art institution, Nick has spearheaded a fresh approach to collection development and programming that elevates the visibility of underrepresented artists and redresses historical biases. His contribution to the arts and culture have been recognised by numerous prestigious awards and honours, including a key to the City of Newcastle in 2020. Today, our University Council is delighted to award this honorary degree in recognition of Nick's significant and sustained contribution to the arts and Australia's cultural life. In particular, we recognise his outstanding leadership in uplifting the stories and profiles of underrepresented artists and his extraordinary service to the arts throughout his career. Presiding Officer, it's with great pleasure to present to you Mr. Nick Mitsevich for the admission to the degree of Fine Art Honoris Causa.
By the authority conferred on me by the Council, I hereby admit Dr. Nick Mitsevich for admission to the degree of Doctor of Fine Art Honoris Causa.
Congratulations, Dr. Mitsevich. We can call him that. I'd now to invite Dr. Mitsevich to present today's occasional address. Please welcome Dr. Mitsevich.
Wow, what a room full of promise. I'd like to start by acknowledging that we meet on the lands of the Awabakal Nation, and I'd like to pay my respects to elders past and present and any Indigenous people in the room. And it's the promise that you have that helps us as a nation define our future, because Australia's future is very much embedded with the respect and the partnership that we have with our First Nations communities. And my day job, is to look after the largest art collection by First Nations artists in the world. And so it's a really important role that I have, and want to certainly pay our respects to our First Nations colleagues. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the University Council, staff of the university, families and friends, and most importantly, graduates that have so much promise in front of us, congratulations. Feels like a really important milestone. I remember when I was sitting in this room 30 years ago, I didn't think it was so important. I just thought it was another thing. But 30 years later, I've realised that these milestones are really significant. And all of the efforts that you've put in with the love and support of your families, friends, and those people that you've depended on is actually significant. And I want to thank you for the support that the family and friends have given to make this possible today. But graduations only happen because of your own personal drive. And university now feels like an important time for my life. And at the time, I didn't realise that. But with time, it's become clearer. I found my path here at university. I started here, and I remember my first day. I turned up with Dunlop volleys on because I used to play tennis. And everyone in my year were wearing black Doc Martens. And I suppose that might date me. But soon I worked out what I wanted to be, and it didn't matter that I was wearing Dunlop volleys and others were wearing Doc Martens. It was all about having the passion and the creative process. And I suppose one thing that made it clear to me was that I could come here and be what I wanted to be. One of the things that happened to me while I was at university, I met important mentors. I found inspiring thinkers, both on campus and in the pages of things I read. And I met really unique people that helped me appreciate the wider world and even make sense of it. But there were other big things that happened while I was a student. I came out. I had the confidence to do that. I fell in love. I made lifelong friends that are still with me. And last week, as the new government was taking up offices in Parliament House, I walked up the hill from my office to my friend's office, and she was taking her office as a new MP. And we met and had a great friendship on campus. So that lifelong friendship has been so important. Who would have thought that we'd both be in Canberra at the same time? And we reminisced about the times where we missed classes and hung out at the bar. Certainly didn't make that much of a difference missing some of those classes. That time, I think, was as important as the things I learnt, because it gave me a path that I followed. I started out being a volunteer in the student gallery, and I curated my first exhibition here, and the artist Vera Zolomovsky is with me today, and I want to shout out to an extraordinary Novocastrian that is one of the country's leading artists, and she's here with me today. We've been on a journey for 30 years, and it's great that we can mark this milestone together. And also the artists that influenced me, the University Tapestry by Mary and Larry Beeston. They were two great mentors, and it's great to look up and see this eccentric tapestry that takes you on the journey of the region and the river that feeds it. And these little things remind us of the place we're in. And for me, also, on one of my university field trips, I went to the National Gallery of Australia and saw this extraordinary thing that then became the rest of my life, and that extraordinary thing was art. And that was my passion and my path, and I never let go of it. And today, 30 years later, I'm now the director of the National Gallery, and I still remember fondly that day that my first year class went to the National Gallery and what I thought. I never dreamed that I could have now been the director of the National Gallery. And I thought that I wanted to reflect finally on some of the things I've learnt after uni, some of the things that hopefully lay ahead for you. And one of the things that I discovered over the last 30 years was it was important to always ask for help. And when I started in my first real big job, I went to two very, very experienced people in the organisation. I said, "What do I need to do?" And one of them said to me, "Nick, always be humble and gracious." And they sound like two really dull words, but in some ways, it's been the hallmark of how I've managed to work with people, how I've managed to make friends, how I've built trust, and how I've progressed with an ethical leadership lens across all I've done. And that advice that I received 30 years ago seems to always be with me. And so I remembered that it's always important to ask for help, because you don't have to solve everything yourself. And it's important that you let others come on the journey with you. Also, in the last 30 years, I've learned it's really important to make friends, because friends help you in different ways. And also to trust your own intuition. And beware of the omens. Sometimes a train wreck is ahead, and you might not want to see it. And I've always learnt that one should pay attention to the omens, because they might help you out. And sometimes I've tripped over, and it's always good to learn that lesson. And the omens, hopefully, next time there's a trip ahead, might tell me to look out for it. And it's also okay to change your mind. I might just tell you a little secret that not many people know. My first job at the National Gallery, some 20 years ago, only lasted for 7 hours and 37 minutes. Because after I finished my first day, I went back to the place I was renting, and I realised that that job wasn't for me. So that afternoon, after I finished my 7 hours and 37 minutes, I rang my boss and said, "Thanks for today, but this job's not for me." And many people thought it was a bit foolhardy, but it was right for me. And I learnt that it's okay to change your mind, because you don't always make the best decisions. And it's better to be bold about things than to languish in things that you don't like, or or do the things that you can't flourish in. And I simply said to my manager, "I don't think I can do my best at this job, and so I'll let you put someone in there that can." And 20 years later, I've come back to the same institution. Now I've been there for 4 years and 5 days. So I've beat my 7 hours and 37 minutes. I hope there's still more in my tank. There's an artist quote that I love, and it doesn't matter that it's by an artist. I think it still works for everyone. And the American artist Louise Bourgeois says this very important statement. She says that this is Louise's comment, I do, I undo, and I redo. And I think this is such an important way that you might think about life, because we never get everything right. And if you can't get it right, you should undo it and redo it. And I think that's an important element. One of the things I've learned over 30 years is to make sure whatever you do, enjoy it or you'll suffer it. And I want to encourage you to trust yourself, to find your passion and be true to it. It's made my life the rewarding life it has been. So I commend those notes to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Mitrovic. I think we can all take something out of that presentation today. No, not just the students, the staff and our guests as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we now come to a very important aspect of this ceremony. For this, I'm going to ask for all our graduates, could you please remain seated? Oh, sorry, the other way around. That's the end of the ceremony. If I can get all the graduates to stand. Yes, I was going to say wrong way around. I'm out of practice. Thank you. Okay, graduate. Up here. Okay, graduating students. Thank you. Well done. As presiding officer of this ceremony, I now officially confer awards to all those candidates who have fulfilled the conditions for admission of that award. Please join me in applauding the wonderful achievements of our graduates. Okay, graduates, please be seated. I now call on Professor John Fischetti, Pro-Vice-Chancellor for the College of Human and Social Futures, to present today's graduates.
Presiding Officer, good afternoon to family, guests, our staff, and most importantly, our graduates. Welcome to this wonderful ceremony, and what a great tribute it is to be here today. We're so grateful. Presiding Officer, I present to you the candidates who fulfilled the conditions for admission to awards of this university. Doctor of Philosophy graduates have undertaken a program of independent, supervised study for the equivalent of up to 4 years of full-time study. These graduates have produced significant and original research outcomes, culminating in a thesis which has been independently examined by external experts of international standing. Today, the university is proud to honor graduates who have satisfied the rigorous criteria for the award of Doctor of Philosophy. Presiding Officer, I present to you Muhammad Abdullah Al-Mamoun. Dr. Al-Mamoun's thesis is entitled Human Capital and Monitoring Efficacy of Interlocked Directors. Dr. Al-Mamoun. Lawrence Allen. Dr. Allen's thesis is entitled A History of Aboriginal People of the Central Coast of New South Wales to 1874. Dr. Allen. Norasaran Bangi. Dr. Bangi's thesis is entitled The Connections Between a Singapore Education and Experience to Professional Success, The Stories, Perceptions, and Future Possibilities. Dr. Bangi. Kylie Brand. Dr. Brand's thesis is entitled The Effect of Corporate Governance on the Extent and Quality of Corporate Interest Disclosures, Evidence from Australia. Dr. Brand. Andrea Cassin. Dr. Cassin's thesis is entitled Getting the Green Light, Community Engagement for Renewable Energies and Low Carbon Emission Technologies in Australia. Dr. Cassin. Tazrina Farah. Dr. Farah's thesis is entitled Evidence of the Effect of Relational and Structural Social Capital on Firm Performance. Dr. Farah. Nicole Kennedy. Dr. Kennedy's thesis is entitled Beneath and Within and Between It All, The Construction of Adolescent Female Subjectivity in Young Adult Dystopian Fiction. Dr. Kennedy. Kai Rudin. Dr. Kai Rudin's thesis is entitled Makassar Youth's Use of English in and Outside of the School. Dr. Kai Rudin. Good job. Kim Leitch. Dr. Leitch's thesis is entitled The Treatment of Culturally Dissonant Women, Ancient Rome and Online Contemporary Anglophone Culture. Dr. Leitch. Peter Langford. Dr. Langford's thesis is entitled Moral Panics and Intergenerational Conflict. The Past is a Foreign Country. They do things differently there. Dr. Langford. Yan Liang. Dr. Liang's thesis is entitled A Study of Chinese Language Teaching and Learning Environment at Australian Universities. Dr. Liang. Louisa Magrix. Dr. Magrix's thesis is entitled Visualizing Rhythm. Dr. Magrix. Melissa McCarthy. Dr. McCarthy's thesis is entitled Comparison of Telepractice and In-Person Models of Family-Centered Early Intervention for Children Who Are Deaf or Hard of Hearing. Dr. McCarthy. Jabir Al-Masalam. Dr. Masalam's thesis is entitled Conceptualizing and Operationalizing a Firm Performance-Centric Customer Engagement Orientation. Dr. Masalam. Martin Pieris. Dr. Pieris' thesis is entitled The 43 Group and Its Legacy in Sri Lanka. Dr. Pieris. James Rhodes. Dr. Rhodes' thesis is entitled The Tangible Image, Understanding What Materiality Means for Photographic Practice. Dr. Rhodes. Janine Rosser. Dr. Rosser's thesis is entitled The Effects of Restorative Practices on a Learning Community, a Comparative Case Study. Dr. Rosser. Clint Sheehan. Dr. Sheehan's thesis is entitled Millennial Perspectives, a mixed method study of factors influencing Australian final year pre-service and early career history teachers' integration of technology into classroom practice. Dr. Sheehan. Emmanuel Tanakwa. Dr. Tanakwa's thesis is entitled Diffusion of Transferred Human Resource Management Practices in Multinational Enterprise Subsidiaries, a Multi-Level Approach. Dr. Tanakwa. Laura Ticehurst. Dr. Ticehurst's thesis is entitled Modern Dating Rituals in Australia, 1940 to 1970. Dr. Ticehurst. I. Wong. Dr. Wong's thesis is entitled The Effect of Turbulence on Bubble-Particle Interaction in Flotation. Dr. Wong. Presiding officer, that's a hall of PhDs. Congratulations to these higher degree by research graduates. What a great accomplishment. Presiding officer, university medals may be awarded to candidates who have displayed exceptional academic ability. To be considered for this award, a graduate must have a consistent record of exceptional academic achievement at all levels of their degree program and quality with the highest level at that degree. Today, I'm proud to be recognizing such outstanding scholars, and it is with great pleasure that I present to you graduating with a Bachelor of Physiotherapy honors with Honors Class 1 and the University Medal, Julia Barton. Presiding officer, I present to you graduating with a Bachelor of Social Science honors with Honors Class 1 and the University Medal, Amanda Falconer. Presiding officer, I present to you graduating with a Bachelor of Social Work honors with Honors Class 1 and the University Medal, Erin Upton. Presiding officer, I now present graduates who have satisfied the requirements of a postgraduate degree. Graduating with an Executive Master of Business Administration with distinction, Matthew Bradley. Stephanie Dewhurst. Nicole McKeown. Carl Pieters. Sarah Wood. Graduating with an Executive Master of Business Administration, Michael Hercock. Graduating with a Master of Business Administration and a Master of Applied Science, Fan Shiyu. Graduating with a Master of Business Administration with distinction and a Master of Human Resource Management, Yuan Ji Hao Chan. Graduating with a Master of Business Administration and a Master of Human Resource Management, Ruhan Lee. Graduating with a Master of Business Administration and Master of Marketing, Patricia Calderon. Elsie Kruberg. Jimeng Wu. Graduating with a Master of Business Administration and a Master of Professional Accounting, Zhang Xiao. Graduating with a Master of Business Administration with distinction, Joel Bianca. Heath Francis. Yazan Harad. Richie Jones. Jennifer Marshall. Nigel McMillan. Grace Moffett. Lukmika Pereira. Ruparna Roy Shani. Emma Woodward. Graduating with a Master of Business Administration, Alan Corcoran. Chantel Green. Na Yi Lee. Oh, okay. Okay. Shi Yu Yang. Graduating with a Master of Business Administration Global, Mohammed Ruak Orsof. Harshit Suni. Graduating with a Master of Education with distinction, Alpana Kumar. John Sayun. Graduating with a Master of Human Resource Management with distinction, Samantha Taylor. Graduating with a Master of Human Resource Management, Fu Han Dong. Lu Kong. Tristan Williams. Graduating with a Master of International Business, Urewan Hubantao. Pimalandar Nantabudi. Erdinbatar Erdin Sambu. Okay, sorry. Graduating with a Master of Nursing, Aaron Jacob. Christy Rossetto. Shanitamal Shaji. Ninu Varghese. Graduating with a Master of Professional Accounting, Liang Shen. Zhao Ying Long. Jintao Wan. Graduating with a Master of Professional Accounting Advanced, Rowan Sadehi. Hongyi Shan. Ji Tong. Graduating with a Master of Social Change and Development with distinction, Sham Ahmad. Alice Bloomfield. Graduating with a Master of Special and Inclusive Education with distinction, Natalie Amaka. Anika Bulatsinghalo. Sophie Clark. Nadine Harvey. Allison Hendry. Lyndall Mukherjee. Nicola Papandrea. Hannah Reardon. Kira Lee Stewart. Graduating with a Master of Special and Inclusive Education, Meg Connolly. Catherine Cases. Brad Long.
No 68.
Graduating with a Master of Teaching and a Bachelor of Music with distinction, Rachel Coppus. Graduating with a Master of Teaching with distinction, Jackson Marshall. Graduating with a Graduate Certificate in Business Administration, Ta Wao Do. Emma Gilby. Emma Kelly.
No 74.
Rachel McGuinness. Carla Notman. Sarah Taylor. Graduating with a graduate certificate in early childhood disability support, Xiaowei Zhang.
No 78.
Graduating with a graduate certificate in human resource management, Amanda Gill. Graduating with a graduate certificate in marketing, Alicia Jane Laney. Tegan Pratt.
You've got one layer right, but these details are just here.
Graduating with a Master of Professional Accounting, Zhang Yin. Graduating with a Master of Business Administration, Li Ping Yu. Congratulations. Presiding Officer, that concludes the presentation of graduates at this time.
Thank you, Professor Fischetti. We will now enjoy a musical interlude from the award-winning Newcastle Chamber Choir. The choir recently won the Sydney Eisteddfod's 2022 Australasian Open Choral Championship. The choir sings a range of repertoire, including sacred, contemporary and popular pieces, and takes pride in presenting the works of talented Australian composers such as Ian Grandage, Paul Stanhope, Benjamin Lambert, Ruth McCall and Samuel Donovan. Over half of the choir are graduates or students of the University of Newcastle, including conductor and artistic director Benjamin Lambert. Please enjoy the Newcastle Chamber Choir's performance of Lovely Day by Bill Withers. This arrangement was originally done by Blake Morgan. Thank you.
When I wake up in the morning, and the sunlight hits my eyes, it's something without warning, bears heavy on my mind. And then I look at you, and the world's all right with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be lovely, lovely day, 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 lovely day. You wonder, darling, oh, that it's a lovely day.
Thank you, Newcastle Chamber Choir, for that wonderful performance. I now invite Associate Professor Jesper Goodall, School of Creative Industries, Humanities and Social Sciences, to present graduates of undergraduate awards.
Presiding Officer, I present graduates who have satisfied the requirements for an undergraduate award from the School of Humanities, Creative Industries and Social Sciences and the School of Education. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts honours with honours first class, Stephanie Jenkins. Jeanette Stevens. Thank you, Heather. Graduating with the Bachelor of Arts honours with honours Class 2 Division 1, Rebecca McLean. Jacob Switzer. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Music, Madeline Rhodes. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts with distinction, Grant Brown. Harold Patton. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts, Kate Asquith. Tegan Hodges. Tegan Holroyd. Bonnie Kelly. Meg Reed. Graduating with a Bachelor of Communication with distinction, Zachariah Nissen. Jackson Price. Indiana Tape. Lachlan Mayfield. Lachlan Passfield. Graduating with a Bachelor of Communication, Callum Berry. Patty Ann Kylie. Madison Lewis. Kane Stevens. Emily Wind. Graduating with a Bachelor of Creative Industries with distinction, Wednesday Sutherland. Graduating with a Bachelor of Creative Industries, William Sim. Graduating with a Bachelor of Education, Early Childhood and Primary Honours, Belinda Clover. Graduating with a Bachelor of Education, Early Childhood and Primary, Taylor Trump. Graduating with a Bachelor of Education, Primary Honours with Honours Class 1, Carly Matthews. Graduating with a Bachelor of Education, Primary with distinction, Gracie Cram. Jessica Ellen. Alyssa Thompson. Graduating with a Bachelor of Education, Primary, Shane Annabelle. Jessica Hancock. Caitlin McMurray. Connor Murphy. Brianna Reed Robert. Max Townsend. Graduating with a Bachelor of Education, Secondary, Jordan Daly. Graduating with a Bachelor of Education Studies, Monica Ilevsky. Graduating with the Bachelor of Music Honours, Benjamin Levick. Graduating with the Bachelor of Music with distinction, Mitchell Taylor. Lachlan Knowles. Graduating with the Bachelor of Music, Oliver Freed. Lachlan Harvey. Graduating with a Bachelor of Natural History Illustration with distinction, Dominic Lindes. Darcy McFadden. Louise Wills. Graduating with a Bachelor of Social Science with distinction, Anakin Harwood. Sarah Houston. Samuel Love. Tyler McLean. Sasha Novak. Graduating with the Bachelor of Social Science, Crystal Doherty. Thanks. Talia Fraser Witten. Tilly Hearn. Nicole Hill. Jessica Jeffries. Timothy Smith. Graduating with the Bachelor of Social Work Honours with Honours Class 2, Division 2, Charlene Deege. Shakaya Tickle. Graduating with the Bachelor of Social Work Honours, Dylan Allen Smith. Angela Havenstein. All right. Chipo Magumisi. Graduating with a Bachelor of Teaching, Early Childhood Primary Honours with Honours Class 1, Hannah Titchmarsh. Graduating with a Bachelor of Teaching, Early Childhood and Primary Honours, Kirli Dima. Leah Summerall. Graduating with a Bachelor of Teaching, Health and Physical Education Honours, Teal Vanna. Graduating with a Bachelor of Teaching, Humanities Honours with Honours Class 1, Amanda Lee Burns. Graduating with a Bachelor of Teaching, Humanities Honours, Casey Smith. Graduating with a Bachelor of Teaching, Primary Honours, Catherine Boyle. Jessica Pryor, Jordan Thomas, Emma Thompson, graduating with a Bachelor of Teaching Science Honours, Jason Burgess. Graduating with a Bachelor of Visual Communication Design with distinction, Connor Corliss. Ashley Delaney. Graduating with a Bachelor of Visual Communication Design, Julia Moore. Graduating with a Diploma in Languages, Nikita Bowers. Presiding Officer, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the School of Humanities, Creative Industries and Social Sciences and the School of Education. I now invite Associate Professor Jamie Carlson, Deputy Head of School, to present graduates of the Newcastle Business School.
Presiding Officer, I present, graduating with a Bachelor of Business and Bachelor of Commerce, Andrew Borsch. Jack Wadley. Graduating with a Bachelor of Business with distinction and a Bachelor of Information Technology with distinction, Reese Rayner. Graduating with a Bachelor of Business and a Bachelor of Innovation and Entrepreneurship, Caitlin Blackburn. Graduating with a Bachelor of Business with distinction, Lauren Mator. Graduating with a Bachelor of Business, Francis Afaki. Emily Gray. Henry Hawcroft. Jiabao He. Lewis Howells. Rishi Katikala. Gypsy Lee Marsh. Chloe Morgan. Christopher Mortel. Marley Pereira. Corey Richardson. Alexander Schmala Looms. Ashley Smith. Jessica Towle. Vicky Sierrapas. Ju Chu. Daniel Ji Wei Yong. Graduating with a Bachelor of Commerce with distinction, Emily Novak. Kylie Redman. Graduating with a Bachelor of Commerce, Naomi Du. Liam Hector. Sandra Lee. Thomas Leonard. Kelsey Rush. Joseph Tyndall. Xian Wang. Haoyua Zhang. Graduating with a Bachelor of Medicine, Milan Barambat.
Here, that's it.
Presiding Officer, that concludes the presentation of graduates.
Thank you, Professor Carlson. I now invite Amanda Falconer, who is graduating today with the Bachelor of Science, Social Science Honours with Honours Class 1 and the University Medal, to speak on behalf of the graduates.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the Council, staff of the University, family and friends of the graduates, and most importantly, the graduates. Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of this beautiful land which the University is on, the Awabakal people. Well, it's a real honour to be able to speak today. Well done, everybody. You've overcome a lot in the last few years to get your degree. Someone once asked, although they wish to remain anonymous, said, they didn't ask, they said, the greatest oak was once a little nut who held its ground. I'm not sure if any of you felt like a little nut when you first started your degree, but I know that I certainly did. I began my own journey after looking at a New Step program for one of my children. It was during that process that I stumbled across Open Foundation, and although I knew people that had successfully completed that program and had gone on to attain a degree, I wasn't sure whether it was something that I could achieve. However, I made an impulsive decision and enrolled. I was actually really scared because I hadn't been at school for myself for a very long time. During the first weeks, I felt like a complete imposter. I really questioned whether I could manage uni. Was I bright enough? Was I too old? But I did manage. In fact, it made me very organised in all areas of my life. I finally realised I wasn't just the sporty one that my parents had told me I was. And not once did my wonderful peers, many of whom are now friends, did they reject me due to my age. It was after writing my first sociology essay that I realised I not only had a passion for words and for writing, but there was also a whole lot of things about the world that I had no understanding of. And sometimes I feel like that was a safer place to be. Because, as so many have said, with great knowledge comes great responsibility. So the knowledge we have acquired here at university has probably opened our eyes up to society, the world, full of broken systems, and that allows us to make choices about what we do with that knowledge. Of course, as we leave this place, some of us have visions and dreams of changing the world, and so don't ever lose your passion to do that. As Harriet Tubman, an American abolitionist and social activist, said, "Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars and to change the world." For me, I've decided not to change the world single-handedly. Through my honours project and the generous, incredible and interesting people I interviewed during it, I've come to treasure community and what people can achieve when they're a part of one. Before I close, I just want to thank God for giving me the endurance to make it to the end. At times, there were some very hard challenges to overcome, and I'm sure you had many of your own, particularly due to the craziness of the last couple of years. I also want to thank the uni who gave me opportunities to grow and to change and to think critically about so many aspects of my life, people and the world. I want to thank all my generous lecturers for their incredible support and encouragement. And to my honours supervisor, who doesn't like attention, Hamid, whose second year course about alternative futures was a course that really changed my life. Thank you for taking a seemingly crazy honours topic about COVID home food gardening and helping me turn it into something academically worthy. And finally, I want to thank my family for endlessly cheering me on, as I'm so sure all of your families have done for you. And to my friends who I know thought that I'd been abducted by aliens. So, like so many of my uni assessments, I have successfully gone over the word count, and so will end by saying, well done. Hopefully that little nut you may have felt like at the beginning has flourished into a strong oak and you feel ready to go out and make a difference. Make sure you celebrate this, though. Thank you.
Thank you, Amanda, for that wonderful speech. I hope you enjoyed today's ceremony and thank you for joining the university community in the celebration of the awarding of degrees. So this is where I get to make up for the mistake earlier. So before I declare the ceremony concluded, I ask that the graduates this time you get to remain seated, and I ask everyone else to stand and join me in applauding the wonderful achievement of our graduates. I now declare the ceremony concluded. Please join us now for the graduate reception in the Brennan Room to continue celebrating this special event together.